I still remember the exact moment my stomach dropped. I was standing in this tiny hostel lobby in Cusco, Peru, frantically digging through my backpack like a maniac. And then it hit me, my day bag was gone. Just gone. Passport, wallet, phone, everything. I'd only stepped away for 5 minutes to ask the receptionist about a hiking trail. 5 minutes. I laughed at first, like a dry, nervous laugh, because I couldn't believe it was actually happening. I kept checking under chairs, behind the counter, in case I was just being dramatic. But deep down, I knew. Someone had stolen my stuff. The receptionist looked almost as stressed as I was. She kept repeating lo siento, and offered to call the police. But honestly, my brain was already spiraling. No ID. No money. No phone. No idea what to do next. And I was alone, in a country where I barely spoke the language. The scariest part wasn't the missing stuff, it was the sudden vulnerability. Like I'd felt so confident 2 hours earlier, snapping photos in the plaza, sipping coca tea, living my best life. And now I was just stranded. I sat down in the corner of the lobby, clutching my half-empty water bottle, and I just started crying. Not loudly, just these stupid, frustrated tears that wouldn't stop coming. It felt like the trip was over. Like I was just going to have to go home and tell everyone I'd failed at solo travel. But after the panic started to settle, I remembered something. A few weeks before the trip, my friend Kat had told me about this travel insurance thing she swore by. She called it her safety net for the dumb stuff. I'd literally bought it the night before my flight because it took 5 minutes and I figured, why not? It was called Insure. Didn't even think about it again until that moment, sitting on that lobby floor, wiping tears on my sleeve. I dug out the paper folder I kept in the bottom of my big backpack. Inside was the confirmation email printout. Thank God for my weird obsession with physical backups. I used the hostel's computer. Thankfully, they still had one of those ancient things to message Auras. I explained everything in very broken, chaotic English while panicking. And you know what? They actually answered me, like a real person, not a robot, not a ticket number with a 5-day wait. They asked where I was, if I was safe, what I needed first. And within an hour, they'd helped me file a police report, connected me with a local support rep, and walked me through what they could reimburse. They even helped me get an emergency cash transfer to get by while I sorted out a replacement passport. I almost cried again, that out of relief this time. I'd expected some slow, soul-sucking paperwork ordeal. Instead, I got real help from humans who didn't make me feel like an idiot. And here's the twist I wasn't expecting. That disaster day, it ended up being one of the most human parts of my whole trip. The hostel staff brought me hot tea. A Canadian couple gave me an old phone they weren't using anymore. And when I finally got my new passport, I still had time to hike the Inca Trail. So yeah, I lost some stuff. But I gained something weirdly valuable. Proof that planning for the worst doesn't make you paranoid. It just makes you prepared. If you're heading anywhere, especially solo, do yourself a favor and get some kind of travel insurance. Honestly, I just use Auras. Insure now because it worked. It wasn't expensive. It wasn't annoying. And when I needed it, it was there. You can Google it. I'll put the link in the description too. Not sponsored or anything. Just something I now tell every friend before they get on a plane. Because it's one thing to have your plans fall apart in another country. It's another thing entirely to know someone's got your back when they do. Anyway, that's my story. Hope it helps someone out there feel a little less scared and a little more ready. Safe travels